Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we dig into your sources, pull out those hidden gems, and hopefully help you get really well informed. And today, we've got something a bit different, a real puzzle actually. We're looking at excerpts from draft plus pws-comet.pdf. And honestly, it challenged my idea of what source material even is. Instead of, facts and figures, this deep dive gave us, well, mostly blanks. Intriguing ones, though. When I first saw it, I thought, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? It's not our usual stack of articles, is it?
No, definitely not. And that's actually what makes it so interesting, right? Because sometimes the biggest insights aren't in the text itself, but maybe in the structure or, like you said, what's missing. Today, we're sort of diving into what we're calling the placeholder paradox. Basically, the idea that an empty space, a missing piece in a document, can tell you a surprising amount about how it was made or where it's at in development.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. Because looking at these excerpts, the main thing that jumps out again and again is this one specific phrase. It says, below is an image that will be used as part of the source context. Understand the image and use the extracted information as part of the source context. Over and over.
Exactly. And what's really striking is that exact phrase. It appears 30 times. 30 distinct times. And every single time it's followed by, well, nothing. A blank space where an image is supposed to go.
30 times.
Yeah. That specific number, 30, it's like a huge flag. It tells us quite a bit about this document, even without seeing a single image or reading much text.
Right, there 30 times. If I got a source like that, my first reaction might be, did I mess up the download? But no, that repetition, that became the clue. It just shouts incomplete.
It absolutely does. And it gives us information right away, actually. First, look at the file name itself. Draft plus pws-comet.pdf. That's metadata, right?
Oh.
Information about the file. And it confirms what those placeholders are suggesting. This is, well, a draft.
Ah, okay. So before we even get to any real content, we're learning about its structure, its architecture. Those repeated placeholders, they aren't just empty. They're like structural markers showing how it's meant to be built, even if the building isn't finished.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It clearly implies that this document relies heavily on visuals, on images that just haven't been added yet. A huge chunk of what this document intends to say is missing, or at least not developed. It's kind of like getting a screenplay, and every big action scene just has a note saying, insert cool fight sequence here. Yeah. You know something crucial is missing.
That's a great analogy, yeah.
Yep.
And knowing those fights are missing, it totally changes how you read the dialogue leading up to them, right? You adjust your expectations.
Yeah.
So, okay, if this placeholder paradox is the big insight here, how do you, the listener, apply this? When you find material that's obviously incomplete, how do you stay well-informed when the sources just aren't fully there?
Well, this goes way beyond just this one PDF. It's really fundamental to information literacy. The key thing is learning to spot any kind of placeholder, whether it's in a big formal report or just like an email thread. Seeing that placeholder tells you so much about how finished the document is, or maybe how reliable it is right now. The main insight is that what isn't there can be just as revealing as what is.
Right. It makes you shift focus. You're not just grabbing facts, you're understanding the context of those facts, or in this case, the context of their absence. You probably wouldn't, say, make a huge business decision based on a report that literally says it's missing 30 key visuals.
Exactly. It's a subtle shift, but it's powerful. That absence isn't just a gap, it's a data point itself. You start asking questions. Is something missing on purpose? Maybe to hide something sensitive for now? Or is it just a placeholder for stuff that's planned but not done yet, like here? Or does this signal the whole thing is just really early stage? Different kinds of blanks lead to different critical questions.
Yeah, think about it. A missing section in a report might hint at delays. A TBD in a contract signals something isn't agreed upon. Even like on social media, someone says link in bio. And the link isn't there. What does that tell you about their process? Every missing piece can speak volumes. And that, for me, that was the real aha moment with this source. Even from a document that seems almost empty, data-wise, you learn about design, about process, about needing to check if information is actually ready. It shows a true deep dive can sometimes be into the structure, the metadata, not just the words on the page.
And understanding that helps you manage your expectations, right? It guides the next questions you need to ask about any source you encounter. Spotting these placeholders, big or small, it's a crucial skill today.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's pretty clear, isn't it? This exploration was unusual, defined by future content, not present facts. But it gave us some really unique insights into how we should approach any source material. It's about looking deeper than just the surface.
Yeah. And maybe here's something for you to think about. How does seeing these really obvious gaps, these explicit promises that content will be here, how does that affect how you see the document now? Does the promise of future information change its current value in your eyes? Or how you anticipate what it will eventually say? It's an interesting question about how expectation shapes understanding, even with absence.
Absolutely. Keep asking those questions, stay curious, whether the sources are packed with data or, like today, filled with some really intriguing blanks. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.